I haven't seen it. What's it on? Is it on Amazon Prime? I know she was in Umbrella Academy recently. She's been getting her acting credits up. I need to watch it. What's it on? I love No More Drama. Mary sang like she was in pain. It's on Amazon Prime. Alright. I think I might check that out still. I'm watching... Yeah, I'm late, but I'm on season 1 of Money Heist. So I'm trying to get through that. It's pretty good. Pretty good, I gotta say. But you know, I feel like I need to be in the exact, like, in the zone to watch something like that. You know, like really prepared, really focused, like to really enjoy it. Finally, what's the finally? I've watched 2 episodes. Takes time, innit? You don't just rush into these things, especially if it's gonna be quality. I like paying attention to quality TV shows. So, yeah, finally. Alright, fair enough. Can't watch everything when everyone else is watching it. I've kind of got to take my time. Trying to catch up on some anime as well. There's not enough hours in a day sometimes. Plus, remember, I'm behind on editing these streams. It's not no mean task. No, not no simple task to edit a 3-hour stream. You know, cut out this part, include that, keep the flow, and I swear, no, they're on the 5th season, I believe. I thought it was 5, which is crazy because that shit just came out. How are they on 5 seasons already? But yeah, there's not a lot of great content on Netflix. As in, like, they should curate the greatest stuff and put it in one space, but I think that would mess up their viewing numbers, so they just kind of let it be haphazard, and some of these recommendations that come up are trash. Like, super trash. Like, what would make you think I would ever watch this? Happy for Spice, Shaggy, and Sean Paul with Godong there. I mean, what's there to be happy for them about? The minute you had all 3 of them on the track and money behind it, and and I'm thinking that I need to look at like the production credits and all of that, but I'm hearing Shaggy is producing Spice's album or exec producing whatever. When you're hearing all of this, you're understanding that the machine is behind them for them to do bits. So it's not really much to be happy for. It's like it was inevitable. If you people must have known if you put money behind some of these artists in Jamaica, they would come back and give you numbers for sure. True say, actually, I'm thinking about it. Amazon Prime have stepped their game up. They have. Before it was a bit loose of what they had on there. It was a lot of trash. And sometimes I don't like when they have stuff that they advertise to you but it's behind the paywall. I don't like that. Like, and also, why are they showing ads on Prime? Like, that makes no sense either. Like, this shit's already paid for. Don't advertise to me. Why am I paying for Prime and you're still showing me ads? I hate the way the layout is. The layout is shit. It is. It was designed by an idiot. Let's be honest. The UX is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Although I do like that at any given scene you could just kind of flick up and see what actors in the scene, what other things they've been in, all of that. That and the star system on there, the IMDb ratings are lies. Gee whiz. They got the star. They'll say something has like 3 stars or 3.5 stars, and then you look at the actual IMDb rating, it's a lot lower than that. Like, stop it. Why can't I view episodes easily? Good question. How do you feel about YouTube rappers, influencer music? Do you have any opinions? Here's the thing. So, my perspective as an artist is I'm trying to add to music. So I'm trying to make things that are memorable, make things that are distinct, make things that I care about. I don't make throwaway music. I try not to, at least. I've done like, you know, my freestyle stuff and those things that I've like shared privately and in a circle, and I've not really done much else with it. So the idea that someone would just take to jumping on any beat and, you know, like doing whatever they can in an aid to blow up, I'm kind of like, I wouldn't take that approach. But at the end of the day, you can hack your way into success now. You just gotta be seen to be very active somewhat personable. Maybe you got like if you get the right controversy as well, that will also propel you, and then boom, that's it, you're a household name. Like, so I feel like it sometimes it feeds into that. That, and when you say influencer music, a lot of the time, yeah, even that whole thing of we know what it takes to go viral, so we're just gonna give our track to people to try and make it go viral, as opposed to I'm going to try and make really good music. It's not a point of view that I identify with. But again, if that's the lane and they see how to do it and they know how to pull it off, then I'm happy for people to do that. That's your thing. Go ahead. So yeah, I don't really have an opinion that says don't do it. I just know what I'm trying to do. Like I said, I'm trying to add music into into the pantheon of music. That's like, oh, okay, like raw, like if someone comes across my music, I want them to hear a couple tracks and go, oh, I'll stay. I want them to hear a couple interviews and go, oh, I'll check it out. I want them to see a couple of things that I've done and go, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna support this. Not, do you know what, he's alright, but he's a bit of a joker, like he's not serious musically, or he's not. I don't want none of that. I like KSI as a YouTuber. Have you listened to any of his music? Yeah, 1 and 2 songs. One of his songs is in that Twitch playlist that I made. Gosh, what was it called? What the song name again? The song is called Patience, featuring Youngblood and Polo G. I like that song. It was good. Some of his other stuff, like I said, I don't think he doesn't have the greatest of quality control. Let's put it that way. He will just make anything because he knows people will listen to it. And then like when he was like paying his way to getting like Rick Ross on his song, and like this is what I'm saying about that approach of I'll just do anything. I'm not personally with it, but when you have that many followers and fans and money, make what you want. You don't have to care. People will probably even rate the fact that, oh, you got all that money and you could have paid your way to the greatest and the best, but you just put out whatever anyway. Respect. I'm like, people strong it for you when you're popular and stuff. So I guess the the way you kind of reverse engineer this thing now is you've got to yourself become popular. If you're anti being popular, but you want to be successful in your field, you have to almost become popular anyway to say, well, you can't say the reason I'm saying this is because I was never popular. It's because I don't. You get to that level and you're like, well, I already told you I never wanted none of this. Like, I just did it because if I didn't do it, that's what you would point at. So yeah, fair enough. Are artists purposely making songs for TikTok virality to chart? Of course they are. And they're looking at what's doing well. And they're making songs with like nothing choruses, like repeating something 15 times, or making like really dumb ad-libs, or saying something really out of pocket because they know that that's what people will capitalize on. And also paying paying dancers or whatever to make it look like, oh my god, I recently discovered this song, only it wasn't recently discovered. You were paid to make this, and that's kind of how they reverse engineer. But with all of that, the problem with all of that is, when you're going viral and all that, it doesn't necessarily translate to streams. It doesn't. They'll tell you it does. It doesn't. A lot of these streaming platforms, to sort of pander, will have like a TikTok chart. Doesn't mean that people are going to buy your record in droves. They may not come to your shows. They may not even add you to their streaming platform of choice. It's weird. But I've always been on the side of people will try to use popularity as currency. Like yeah, you should do, the reason you should do this is expose, and this is the thing, we've come out of that shell now where we're no longer accepting exposure as payment for things, and people are right for that. Remember, it was, yeah, you should do this, the exposure would be really good for you. Man, listen, you can't eat exposure. You can't pay bills with exposure. Exposure is not currency. We're back to that again, but with TikTok now. because oh, something can blow up and go viral, and yes, your name will get called and you'll be in people's mouths, but you're not making money from it. Like, remember when it was everyone was trying to blow up on YouTube? Say what you want, but at least you were getting like, you get enough streams. You could possibly be in the hundreds of thousands from YouTube. You know what I mean? And they've gone away from that because they recognize that to make a song or make something that's streamed 1 billion times takes so much money for so little return. It doesn't make sense. That's when they moved on to, remember they were doing all these exclusive deals. Oh, my music is just available on Apple, or it's just on Tidal. Then they realized they were losing out when someone's like on an other service. Well, clearly they're not hearing your music. Those are streams you're not getting, because no one's gonna have one thing for Tidal, one thing for no, they just want one service. Then they're like, okay, let's put it back on all the services, and then they, lo and behold, all these people make more money. But now we're at the point where they're doing TikTok or wherever it is where they can go viral, and they're thinking that, again, it's success. It's not really success like that. It's just virality, and the whole point of virality is, well, we are not supposed to be able to predict it. So it wasn't necessarily you that, but if you're trying to like reverse engineer it and fake it, people will either A, see through it, or B, you're just not going to benefit from it, because what you got to spend to make it look like you organically went viral, you may as well just organically market your music and make money back from it. So yeah, no, I'm good. Maybe for music artists who haven't built their buzz off TikTok, maybe it's smart marketing tool. How do you feel about XXL freshman list? I've not paid attention to that list in years. All these like curation platforms, they've become the thing that they were so heavily against. They're all like gatekeepers now, really and truly. So I think, and obviously I don't spend as much time. Number one, I don't care for comparison, so I don't look at these things and go, oh yeah, but this person is better than that person, or I feel like I'm better. So I try and stay away from all these lists, and and the other day I saw the Shade Room post something that Fat Joe said about Lil Baby being the best rapper of his generation. I'm like, we're in the moment right now. Like, we don't need this person is the absolute, like, let the bloody thing play out. Like, and he ain't been doing music all that long. I'm sorry. So best of his generation, like, take time in it. Like, let it be. Can we get to 2025 before you make comments like this? Like, it's just divisive to me, and I'm not interested in any of that. So yeah, in general, I try and stay away from these are the lists of the best people. Man, nah. There's someone working their ass off somewhere for very little recognition that will probably smoke all of them people, but nothing is known about that person. So meh. I had no idea that some of the girls dancing in music videos aren't getting paid. I just assumed they were. Wait, in music videos, like real music videos, or like on platforms like TikTok? What are you saying? But yeah, of course some of them aren't getting paid, because some of them, yeah, anyway, that's a whole other something. And then you have some that, you know what I mean, like, because that's the thing, once someone pays them to do dances and stuff, then it's kind of messed the game up, because the whole point was you would build with these people, right? If I know someone that dances really well and I ask them to be in one of my videos, it's not necessarily that I'm in a position to pay them to dance. It's just that I recognize the talent. I'm like, well, come feature in this thing. And then other people might see that and then go, yeah, we want you in the videos. And then after a point, you get to a point where you charge or whatever. But I think it depends. Are they being choreographed, or are they just, if they're coming and they're like, they've had to pattern the dance, that they should get paid. If you're giving them the dance and stuff, then don't know, it's different, because maybe you're giving them an opportunity to showcase that they can pull off this choreography that isn't their own. I don't know. I know the, like, music is, there's always someone who's going to be disgruntled in music. Someone is not getting what they should get or what they feel they should get. Other people are getting entirely too much and they don't want to give back anything. That's sort of music in a nutshell, isn't it? XXL became a list of people who already have clout, and buzz are DJs. Well, yeah. And then, that best newcomer. Are DJs important for introducing people to new artists? Not so much anymore. That, and a lot of them are just they're being paid. Payola is real, or they're not. They're not. So they're not democratic. They're not democratic, or whatever you want to say. They're not. It's not the same energy they give to everyone. So my track is coming out on Friday, for instance. It's called I Ready. Let's say I tried to, let's say I identified the top 10 dancehall DJs around the world. In an ideal world, you'd be able to just send your track. Obviously, this is way ahead of time. So say 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the track comes out. They would listen to it. They'll tell you if they like it, they don't like it. If they do like it, they'll show you some love. They'll play it. They'll arrange to play it, or they'll tell you when they're going to play it. And then, the cycle continues. Next time you release, you already know, okay, out of the top 10, these 5 showed you love. You will give those 5, out of those 5, you give one of them the chance for the exclusive to release something first before anyone else, or whatever. And then you try and convince the other 5 that, alright, you made a mistake the last time, catch this one. It's not like that. People will literally silently blacklist your work. Like, they just won't listen to it. Or if you did something that was crap, that's what they would try and play, so they could prove some kind of point and embarrass you or something. Like, they're weird, proper weird people, a lot of them. Sad people, in fact. And then the ones who have just the love of the music tend to not have the biggest following. It's so strange. And if someone comes along that wants to appropriate or jump into the culture, and they get all of the attention and the buzz, and it's like, yeah, So no, I don't think they're as important anymore. Not really. There's too much music being released. And then like the viral stuff, they always seem to be late on anyway. How many DJs are like busting brand new tracks? Not really. They're reacting a lot to whatever is in play and is, chosen to be viral and important. That's what they're playing. So, nah. Them a pollute the place with all of them waste. We don't want to lick about grow me. You. But yeah, July 2nd, I Ready, Wicked Penman. That's the new track that's coming out for level 21. I Ready, become for war already. Become for war already. Me going hand steady. Yeah. That one. It's a track about sort of aggressively defending what you believe in. You know what I mean? It's yourself, or it's your confidence, or it's what you have to, you know what I mean? Like, letting people know that, yeah, you're not going to just let someone walk over you, or nah, you're not going to not have confidence in your own ability. And yeah, the language is quite strong, because it's meant to be kind of visual, like visceral, like you're supposed to be able to feel what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, like I come to war for mine, yeah, ready. So yeah. This reminded me of One Extra, the episode they had around the height of BLM protests. Spoke about how other people that come in aren't from the culture, but they blow up because I guess people find it exciting when people outside of the culture come into it. Listen, when I heard a man say he put whining on the map, I was done. I was like, what? See, this is why you lot shouldn't run to do all of this foolishness you do. Like, you run and you put these people on pedestals when they're visitors to culture, but then you will happily put down your own people instead. Yeah. So when that happened, I was just like, but then, see, to come back to your whole Spy Shaggy Sean Paul thing, when they were on, was it Wendy or whatever? I saw the interview. Spice was asked about Chet Hanks, right? Tom Hanks' son that's been doing that fuckery, you know what I mean? Them impersonation, whatever that shit is. And she wouldn't condemn it. And I knew, when they asked the question, I knew she wouldn't ever condemn it. you know, as Jamaicans, we like it. Yeah, yeah, they're bigging up. It doesn't big up Jamaica to be doing some fuckery, stupid accent. This is not somebody who supports Jamaica. Has he? Anyway, I don't know if he's ever been Jamaica, but he didn't do nothing to do with even when he made his song where he was trying to carry on like there was no connection to Jamaica in the song. Like, stop it. These people they're not embracing our culture or celebrating our culture. They're mocking it. The reason he did it on the fucking red carpet was to try and, you know what I mean, like seem edgy or whatever. Like, they do it all the time. There was a VW ad many years ago. It was a Super Bowl ad. VW in Minnesota, and for some stupid ass reason, these people were talking in patois, and you're like, it's a white people talking in some fake, stupid, weird, dumbass patois, and it's like, what? What was the reason for this? And then, okay, so juxtapose this with, remember how what they said about Luke Cage season 2, myself included, was that it just wasn't very good. Didn't come off very good. The accents were horrible. These are black people doing their accent in something that's supposedly about black people, Jamaican people. We're like, nah, we're not having that. We panic, the show gets cancelled. Chet Hanks comes and does his fuckery, and everyone's like, oh my god! This is what I don't like about it. Where it's like, yo, people are just blind. When it's your own people, you have energy for them to tell them the shit ain't good. When it's people from other races or people visitors to the culture, you run and you go and put them on pedestals. I saw there was anyway. I saw there was a page. Can't remember what the hell the page was called, but it was like some white dude. I don't know if he's English or American or whatever, but he kind of puts on like some Attenborough-esque accent and tries to supposedly break down Vybz Kartel lyrics. I'm just like, this shit was corny as fuck. The only reason you're doing this is, again, they know they'll get cut through. When they dance like us, even if they don't dance well, the artist will post it. People that are dancing their ass off, that are like showing them that, yo, I really want to work with you, they ignore that shit. You know what I'm saying? You put together a tight song and you ask them for a verse, ignore your shit. Someone that's doing some mockery bullshit bollocks, that's from a different race or whatever, different culture, they run and they want to co-sign with that. That's what the reality is, and that's why I'm just like, meh. I used to hate being asked to speak Jamaican. Should I joke and jive too? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But no one will say, yo, I don't like when you're doing all of that. Like, it's not necessary. I hate when people try and tell me, Wagwan. Don't tell me Wagwan. You can't say it right. They don't understand the culture. It's just so they can laugh and giggle. Right, or it's like people trying to be edgy and... It's like... Yeah. You know. I blame Brad Pitt and Joe Black. You're going to be alright, auntie. Yeah, right, like... he opened the door, and then they're all trying to run through now. But yeah, no, I just feel like the Chet Hanks thing is foolishness, because these will be the same people that they'll pile on to Safari and be like, yo, he's too much, he's too extra, and he's actually Jamaican. They won't embrace him in any which way, shape, or form. So you'll push him aside and embrace someone like Chet Hanks. Why? Raw teed. He looked constipated when he uttered that. Oh, beat Joe Black. I'm telling you. Selector. I don't care that Chet Hanks is dating black women. He's a clown. Honorary Jamaican, and they're invited to the cookout. Stuff is embarrassing. Simple for embracing black people and treating us with simple decency and respect. A little while back, whilst I was volunteering, someone really came to ask me about daggering, as if they were really convinced that Jamaican culture is slackness, daggering, and jumping off speaker boxes. Right. You know them. You have to have these conversations constantly. Even people wanting to identify you as a yardie. Right. Careful with that yardie talk. Like, it don't apply to me. Like, you know what yardies are? Like, first and foremost. Like, I hear people like they take it and they embrace it, but I'm like, I don't hear. Anyway, I'm sure Nigerians aren't running around going, yeah, I'm a 419er, 419, 419er, four. No, like, to them it was for years and years and years. See, I never used to understand how much of an embarrassment it was to them, but they were not happy with all of that. They are not happy with being identified as scammers, or the suggestion that they're all scammers or whatever. Like, why is it that Jamaicans are running around with this, oh, I'm a yardie business? I'm like, like, careful with that, like, because some people will get a hold of that and think that all of us are okay with it, and no. Same thing with, like, dancing. That nothing's wrong with, you know what I mean, the pasa and the, you know what I mean, the daggering and that exaggerated mode of performance and that. But to think that everyone is like that is just, you know what I mean, it's foolhardy, it's stupid. And then when people are asked about stuff like this, they give some like ridiculous answers as if, oh, it just means that they're really, they're really inquisitive about the no, these people know what they're doing when they're asking these things. Trust me, they know what they're doing. So yeah, whatever. And when people talk about weed, when I mention Jamaica as well, people can smoke weed, but that doesn't automatically link it to Jamaican culture. These are facts. These are facts. But it's like suggesting every Colombian is involved in cocaine. Like, try that shit and see how you're received when you do all of that. Like, it's like people lose the ability to just use simple common sense and reasoning. Like, yo, like, certain of these things are disrespect and it's just unnecessary, and you actually fixing your mouth to talk about that, and then they'll pretend they're ignorant when you challenge them on it. Like, no, you must have known. Like, anyway, I grew tired with all of that stuff. Like, it'd be nice if people have a certain amount of, like, healthy curiosity. Fine. It's like, the jewel spot that came in from Norway. It's like, if I was gonna fix to ask some stupid ass questions that are based on some limited exposure I've had to Norwegian, like, what? No. Ask something interesting, engaging, and something that's informational, something that can start a conversation, not something that shows you're ignorant to someone's culture, even though you don't know nothing about it. Crazy. Had someone ask if it's dangerous because they wanted to go to Jamaica, but there's danger everywhere. I just couldn't understand why they would think the island was more dangerous. I mean, with Jamaica, fair enough, the murder rate is, silly, off the charts. And if you're a woman, the violence against women, they must have seen and heard. You can somewhat identify with that, but it's like, depends on where you're going naturally. Where are you going to in Jamaica? If you're going places you don't belong, then yeah, dangerous to just be happening in certain places. You can't do all of that. Like, it's not one of them places. Being a foreigner anywhere, when you're being extra and flashing jewelry, you're making yourself there you go. You know what I'm saying? Certain places are just not going to be for you. And if you're trying to be flash and bold and larger than life, you definitely don't want to be going certain places. I think I'll try and come back again sometime soon. I know why everyone's gone off and gone quiet. It's because Love Island is on. See, you notice they kind of just disappeared? Just because they're gone to go watch that shit. It's all good. Enjoy that. I don't think I know the British one. There was another song that used to get sung in Jamaica. I don't remember what it was called. I pledge my... Let me find out what it's called. And loyalty to me. Oh, green, I love the Indies. Jamaica strong and free. I might be able to play this. What is it called? The National School Song. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of that title, but I know I used to hear this. That's where they used to make us sing this song. This keyboard is ruining it. That keyboard ruined the hell out of that song. It's annoying me hearing it. Just use a normal bloody piano, man. Cha. But yeah, they used to sing this song fairly regularly in school. It's not the Jamaican National Anthem though. It's the Jamaican National School Song. Huh. Fair enough. There must be Jamaica has a pledge as well. The Jamaican pledge. Let me see if there must be audio of it. We used to have to say this every morning at devotion. And then they'd make you sing the national anthem. It depends. Sometimes you have to sing the whole anthem. Other times they make you sing half of it. Is there a video? Come on, there must be a video of someone saying it. Nope. That's not it. I don't think there's any audio of it. Meh. There's one song on Wayne Wonder's album called Glad You Came. I always felt like that song was underrated. It had a nice bounce to it. What I feel, girl, I know it's all so real. Glad you came, glad you came my way. Remember that? It was on the Masterpiece rhythm. I liked it. But I think that's like one of his underrated songs. I don't think anyone really showed that song much love. That and Bounce Along was a low-key banger as well. I loved Wayne Wonder's album for No Letting Go. Badman album. I've heard rumors that there were some issues with regards to his actual age or something like this. Like they thought he was younger than he was or whatever. Because when I heard Wayne Wonder was in his 20s when No Letting Go, I'm like, I've been listening to Wayne Wonder since I was in school. Like, what? 20s? Nah, G. I'm not sure about that, but I think I heard some rumblings that that's what basically brought his career to a close, because they thought he was younger than he actually was. But fabulous singer, hell of an entertainer. You know what I mean? Someone that sounds, you know what I mean, could travel and perform proper. I got a lot of respect for Wayne Wonder. In fact, I'd love to do a song with Wayne Wonder. That's actually a thing I need to one day like sit there and like write. I need to write it on paper, like put it down and say these are my dream collabs. I need to write them down instead of just keeping it here and keeping it to myself. I need to write that shit down. Look at these things and then make them happen. We look about with Talawa. Such a small island, it's kind of amazing the impact and influence for sure. You know, like tiny, like relatively tiny population. Talking like less than 4 million, but globally recognized, like talent wise, creativity wise, energy wise. Like Jamaica is known all over the planet for sure, and many Jamaicans singularly have gone on to be known all over the planet. It is one of those special countries, no doubt. And the Caribbean region is like that. There've been people that are known for their deeds and achievements all over the world. The Caribbean is relatively small, like population wise, compared to other continents and other parts of the world. But yeah, definitely large impact. But here we are. I have to go come off of this thing, I know, cause yeah, this editing is no joke. Like we're talking hours of footage behind. I'm just about finishing May, so I can start dealing with the June and see June is done. So I gotta really up my game and get it done quickly, or not even quickly. You know, I like to take care and make sure things are done right and nicely. So we're gonna keep on keeping on and making sure that everything is on point for when I start releasing some of the older streams. You might see them on the Wicked Penman YouTube channel. I might even put some on the Rent Mirror channel. I might alternate, put one on one this week and then one on the other one. Or say if you want to watch the next part, you go on this channel and watch it or whatever. I might try something like that. We'll see. But yeah, the idea is I'm going to start chopping up and releasing videos. I plan to be very active for the rest of the year. Like I said, I really enjoyed doing the Twitch live stream every week. I haven't missed a Wednesday yet, I think. Right? But yeah, appreciate obviously the support. I appreciate everyone that bears with me through the the teething issues and the audio shortages sometimes, and the lack of internet and Twitch not working right, or Mac not supporting Twitch properly, and for all of it. So appreciate it. You know, it's definitely been one of the, so I say the surprise package of the one of the surprise packages of the year. Something I didn't know I was going to do. I didn't know I had no intention to do Twitch coming into the beginning of 2021, but it sort of fell into my lap, and then I was like, you know, I'm glad that I've taken the opportunity to do it, and I think the quality of the stream has improved a lot over the time, and I hope to continue to improve. You know, so even something as simple as getting new headphones. Even though, like I said, I'm not 100% convinced on these yet. But yes, getting these to you know, the ones I had were budget headphones that were like something like 80 ohms or 70 ohms or whatever. These are 250 ohms, so these got like bigger drivers. And the idea is that, you know, when I can't have my monitors, you know, my monitors on, I can use this and work comfortably and quietly without, you know, interruptions sort of like sealed in. Although maybe I should have gone for the DT990s. There's not much of a difference in price. That, and when I received these, the bloody box was open. The company that sold me them, they gave me some money off these, but this needs so much volume to run it. I'm kind of like, is it worth having at all? Because I have to volume match this to my monitors to know what I'm listening to. But I'm literally, you gotta crank this real high to get anything out of it. So maybe they're not the headphones for me. I'm not sure. Or maybe I just need to get used to them. But yeah, little by little, in making improvements here and there, changing little things and things that benefit the stream, the layout of the stream, obviously. And, you know, I may not live with this layout. I may try another one at some point. But for now, I'm going to hold it down with this one. Maybe change the colors here and there. But yeah, I definitely enjoy this. Once a week, I enjoy coming on here, enjoy having these discussions and the interactions and the laughs. And so yeah, thank you to everyone, and thanks to JewelSpot, JewelSpot, for coming in and gifting all these subs. Like, appreciate it. That was super cool. Hopefully, see you next week, or before next week. I may come on here again sooner. I wish I came on to stream after the England versus Germany game, because I know everyone will be like, "He's coming home." But yeah, catch you again soon. My God.